JB.
Yes.
I was driving up the hill down in Lawn there yesterday.
The new pad.
I only flicked the radio on for a matter of seconds.
Yes.
And
you weren't doing footy.
No, because I was having a day off.
I'll tell you else where you weren't.
Rostered day
the
off.
rush hour. You were contracted, but we don't see you on the rush hour anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to ring me.
Anyway,
we
keep going,
tried
bro.
to, yeah.
Keep going, bro.
And I heard this.
I've been saying this for some years now. It's not a popular statement to make to the Adelaide people, but I reckon it's that big now that it should be like the NRL State of Origin. At some stage of the next few years to test it, to bring it to Melbourne on a Friday night at the MCG, just to see what can happen.
So Damo's referring to the Showdown.
Oh.
We're going to bring Port Adelaide.
Hang on. What?
Yeah. We're
The
gonna
Showdown?
Yeah. Port Adelaide and Adelaide are going to come to Melbourne to play. 70,000 people are going to drive over with them, and they're going to watch it all to get now wait for it, all to get the ratings sort of clicking along, because everyone wants to watch the Showdown. Damo, what planet you living on?
Good idea, BT.
And I also see you had a comment there.
As the NRL.
Good thinking by me. One out of the box, out of the left side.
I added that, did I?
Yeah.
Look, the NRL made the State of Origin the biggest rivalry in Australian sport when they had
But
the
that'd be
guts.
Adelaide
That's
versus
not-
Adelaide.
but that's
when,
not State of
when
Origin.
they had the guts,
South Australia versus South
when they
Australia.
had the guts to take that game out of either Queensland or New South
That's
Wales,
very different.
and took it.
Damo.
How's it
That's
different?
very, very
it's,
different.
It's outside the
Two
square
Adelaide
thinking.
teams.
It's two outside the square thinking.
Damo.
That's not State of Origin.
Queensland versus New South Wales at the MCG
In Victoria,
in
yeah,
3 or
because
4
there's a
times.
lot of people
Hang on.
in Victoria that love rugby league.
It's so
And
far.
no one
love
in
the-
Victoria
they love
loves
the
AFL.
rivalry. Yeah, but they don't. I don't think Victorians love South Australian teams. So are you suggesting that 50,000 people would turn up to the MCG to watch that game?
At least.
More, you reckon?
At
Look,
least.
I just got
Not
some
anywhere
figures.
near it.
What do you got,
Oh, no,
Brian?
go on, bro.
Well, just on Port's just averaged out their last 10 games in Melbourne.
Righto.
27,000, not many travelled there. We averaged out Adelaide's last 10 games, 31,000, not many there. Now, other than the game that they play over there that's on Foxtel is shown live on 7 anyway. So when Port Adelaide play Adelaide, on the TV, it's shown live on Channel 7.
Not in Melbourne. Not in Melbourne.
No, over there it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Because guess what, Emma? Because there's a bubble over there, and it's Adelaide versus Adelaide, and we don't give a rat's clacker here. We really don't.
I disagree with that part of it. I don't agree with
Outside
that.
of the bubble, I do, because I'm a footy head, and I love footy. So I would care about watching that game, but many wouldn't.
You want to
don't
be a
know.
great audience
And I
there.
know you like to see yourself as an outside-of-the-box thinker,
Many wouldn't.
but get back in your
I
box.
love footy.
Oh, it's a great game. There's no doubt about that, Damo. But stupid idea.
Give it
to
a
bring
go,
to the
Duck.
MCG.
Just give it a go.
Great.
You just never know what it can
If
be.
all sides were positioned similarly on the ladder,
Give it a go.
that game, the Port Adelaide game, would get beaten by the ratings of Sydney and Essendon last night if they were all similar positions on the ladder.
What is interesting to me, Damo, is that the rivalries that were massive in this competition, Richmond Carlton, Collingwood Carlton, Collingwood Essendon, all of the big, even North Melbourne Essendon in the modern times,
Yeah.
they have all been overtaken now, I think,
By the
interstate.
Yeah.
Like Freo and West Coast, you have to be in Perth to experience what the derby, as they call it, looks like. It's
Yep.
nuts.
Yeah, they get-
Takes over the whole joint.
I get 50 there.
And you've also got the Showdown, which has been massive now for 20 years. And it's
What about
genuine hatred. That's the thing that drives it, is they cannot
all
stand each other.
those interstate ones.
Battle of the Bridge.
Way bigger
clash.
than the
What-
the 90 or 80,000 we get here.
No, but it's
What's
not
the
about,
biggest
it's
rivalry
not
here?
about crowds, Brian. It's about
In
genuine
Yeah.
detest for each other rivalry, which we now have
I hereby
dissipated
say
in this town.
you're
Yep.
biased because you're out of both of those states.
No, I'm not.
No, Jim has been banging on about this for a long
Yeah,
time.
too long.
We've let him go
No,
here.
I think it's a valid point. We don't have one in Melbourne.
Anzac
not?
Day.
What is it?
Anzac Day. That's
but
Anzac
it's
Day's a
Anzac
day.
Day.
I know.
The second game between Collingwood and Essendon is
Well,
not
the
that big.
the problem is
It's
there's-
not that big.
Well, you
It's still
can't have
80,000 big.
You can't have a one-on-one rivalry in Melbourne when you've got so many teams in the one place.
It's
the
still
reason why it works
Duck.
is because it's a two-team town
Oh,
yeah.
in Perth
Brian's
and
standing
Adelaide.
up.
You're missing the point. It's still 80,000 big.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
I
a
know.
little bigger than their 52 at the Adelaide Oval.
Well, that's all it holds for a start.
that's,
And secondly, it's a million and a half strong city rather than a 6 million
Backstop.
city. So that's not about the people that
Listen,
arrive at the ground.
it's about where the
about
audience is. The
Genuine
audience-
dislike between the two.
The audience is on the east coast
franchises.
of Australia. That's where the audience is. That's why the games are played here.
And
That's,
Damo,
you know,
this is what we have to learn, I think, from other places like the
Damo.
EPL, like the NFL, where they build up rivalries and cherish them.
Yeah.
We just let them disperse. And they have in this town,
Damo.
and it's a shame.
please don't think outside the box again.
Geelong and Hawthorn would nearly be one of the biggest.
Well, that's
Well, it
rivalries.
is.
It's-
It is.
Now-
But it's not based on a hatred, is it? It's just based on
Well,
a
it is.
fantastic
It is
concept.
a bit.
I
Concept
suppose it goes
and-
back to the 80s, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's a bit of hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's one of them.
Excuse me.
What about
I
Brian? What about that
I
behaviour?
just had a
What
coffee.
about
I'm sorry.
that
You are a-
I
behaviour?
That is a
apologise.
piglet.
What?
That
Duck,
is a piglet.
No, he's not a pig. It's a big sow.
That is disgraceful.
I apologise.
Duck, we leave you to keep him under control.
That is just
I'm
rude.
so sorry.
My 4.5-year-old did that.
Why did Damien do
Say,
that?
excuse me.
Damo, why did you do that?
Don't even go down that path.